Missed out on the SEO event of the year? Don't worry, I got you covered. The 12th annual SEO Rockstars was a smash hit, and now you can relive every moment with the comfort of your own space. Introducing the SEO Rockstars 2023 video recordings. Get ready for a digital SEO revolution. Witness the genius of the industry leaders like Dory Friend, Techabytes, and more. They share the strategies that can transform your SEO game. With a few clicks, you can access these individual insights whenever you want. Don't miss out on this golden opportunity to supercharge your SEO skills. Be the SEO rockstar that you were meant to be. Visit SEORockstars.us and grab access to these remarkable video recordings today. Hey, what's up everyone? Happy Friday. Make sure I have music on here. Alright guys, so today I am doing a special episode. My guest actually had to reschedule and cancel today's episode with her. Hopefully we will get her on again sometime. But today I will be talking about content repurposing hacks. How to create an AI podcast. I'm going to share with you the SEO Knowledge Bomb podcast, how I created it and how I like my processes of a live demo of exactly what I do. So that's actually going to be pretty cool. Hopefully you can get some ideas what you can do with it. I can share some ideas what people have been doing with AI podcasts. And let me go ahead and actually put on my headphones here because I don't want to get an echo. So hold on. Oh yeah, all right. What's up, Barry Rogers? If you're just tuning in, I am taking over today's episode. My guest today had canceled, and I will be talking about content repurposing hacks. I'll be talking about how you can create an AI podcast and how I created the SEO Knowledge Bomb podcast, all with AI. So I think it's gonna be pretty cool. You can get some great ideas from it. There's a lot of SEO value to it, and I can show you that as well. So hopefully it'll make up for today's cancellation. Let's go ahead and say what's up to everyone in the chat. Stefan, my man. Hi everyone, happy Friday. Starships, Brad, my man, happy Friday. Don't be shy, guys. Say hi in the live chat. Hello all, by Nicole. Kenneth, AI podcast, let's go. Yes, sir. If you guys are not attending the SEO Rockstars event, the recordings will be available, I believe, right after the event. So you can check that out at SEORockstars.us. I'll actually be heading to Brighton SEO. Who's going to Brighton SEO? Let me know in the live chat. I would love to hang out, meet y'all, possibly do a quick interview on camera. I'll be doing an SEO on the street at Brighton SEO. This year's, I believe, in a couple weeks, November 8 and 9 or 9, 10, around there. Freddie. Hey, what's up, Dre? Interesting topic today. Looking forward to it. Yes, sir. AI podcast. Barry, my man, are you heading out to any of the conferences this year? Brighton SEO or SEO Spring Training next year? Let me know. If you're just tuning in, my name is Paul Andre Vera, and I will be talking about content repurposing hacks today. My special guest couldn't make it today, so I was able to kind of put together some tabs. I'm going to go through some tabs to show you guys exactly what I do and go through and walk you through how I create the SEO Knowledge Bomb podcast, how I was able to pop out a knowledge panel for it, how I'm able to get impressive backlinks from these high authority podcast depositories. It's great stuff. And if you're on LinkedIn or on Twitter, be sure to hop onto the YouTube if you can, if you have any questions. If not, all good. You can just listen along and watch along on LinkedIn and on Facebook and on Twitter. We got about 2 more minutes to go. So be sure to get your questions ready if you have any on about content repurposing hacks. Any other questions? This is an Ask Me Anything. I can talk about enterprise SEO, live streaming, video SEO. But for the focus today, we will be talking about creating an AI podcast. I'm going to walk you through my process of how I do that. Serenity, happy Friday. All right, we got about 1 more minute to go. Get your shouts out. I will see you on the other side while I get things ready here. Oh man, my man Matt. Dead cow in the house.
Get it started, no delay, let's work. Wanna see you be an SEO expert. Paul Andre Vera, steady dropping knowledge. Over 15 years in the game, so he knows all about it. Master the art of SEO, you will be amazed. Time to get your brand off page to on page. Dropping knowledge, legendary for sure. Whether you're just getting started or self-employed entrepreneur. Yeah, let's go. Subscribe to the SEO Video Show.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the SEO Video Show, where SEO is alive and fun. My name is Paul Andre Vera, aka Dre, and I curate SEO videos released in the past week into about 1 minute clips. My favorite part of the show is when I get to introduce my guests, and unfortunately, my guests cannot make it today. So I'll be talking about AI podcasts and content repurposing hacks. Let's go ahead and say what's up to everyone in chat. I see Matt, Serenity, Freddie, Barry, Stefan, Brad, Nicole, Kenneth, Nubia. Welcome everyone. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Now let's get on with the show.
Hey Dre, why do SEOs love the farmer's market? Lots of organic content.
It looks like the It looks like the October 2023 core update is now complete. So be sure to start checking and investigating any significant drops in your rankings. Check out the last 2 episodes on Khosra and Glenn Gabe. Those are 2 great episodes for you to kind of battle any fluctuations that you got going on. For anyone with content behind a paywall, add the schema to ensure that it does not get pulled into the Search Generative Experience. The link to the schema is below. How does Google see your content? Let's check this one out.
When you are not sure whether Google Search knows about one of your pages, you might have used the site:/search operator to do a quick spot check. Sometimes this does the trick, but sometimes it doesn't. And that's because, here's the secret, it doesn't work that way. Sometimes you also want to make sure Google Search sees your content or part of your content. And many people use the cached site feature for this, but there's also a few problems with that approach. So if you want to see if a page is indexed, you can use the live URL inspection tool in Google Search Console. It shows.
If you want to learn more about how Google crawls and indexes your pages, you must check out Carolyn Holzman's episode on the SEO Video Show. Speaking of search operators, here's how to find local news agencies who want to feature you by Stewart Vickers. Let's check this one out.
Basically, whatever you put in quotation marks in Google, that page has to have those exact words in that order. So I put local news and submit a story. Let me zoom in a bit. So I go for local news in quotes, submit a story in quotes, and then I can scroll through and identify potential newspapers. So I use the Ahrefs Chrome extension. I am going to do a video on Chrome extensions. That's been a popular request. But by far and away, the Ahrefs Chrome extension is the one I use the most. And it tells me the DR of these sites. So I can quickly see localnews1.org. It's only a DR of 6, so I'm not really that bothered about that. And on the other hand, it might be an easy link, so why not? But 51, 71. So you can see we're getting quite niche. Lower Cape News, Whitby News Times. Now, the point of this is you can, of course, find a local newspaper, go to their contact page and find the contact details that way. But you don't really know what their editorial process is. They might then say, no, you have to reach out to the journalist directly. And it's all a bit clunky. That still works. It's perfectly valid. But as a starting point, it seems logical to me that anyone who has submit story as a page on their site, they're the kind of people, the kind of newspapers that are really keen to get content.
Digital PR is something I've been doing a lot of research on lately. There's a lot of money to be made in that space, which helps with SEO and overall brand authority. Remember, digital PR and press release syndication are 2 totally different strategies. Check out Ferry Cazzoni's episode on the SEO Video Show and follow him on LinkedIn. He shares a lot on the topic of digital PR. He's also a member of the Mostly Marketing paid Slack community, which I am a member of. So be sure to check out the Mostly Marketing Slack community and be able to chat with a lot of elite marketing SEOs in there. Okay, how to gain 85% of your rankings in local SEO by Clint Butler. Let's check this one out.
In local, learn how to create templates. And templates are mainly a piece of content, single piece of content that's optimized for your primary keyword. So if you're doing roofing, create a page about roofing. Only about roofing. Don't mention cities, states, none of that area specific crap. Just create an article, sales page about the roofing. You're a company that's selling roofing. Keep it as general as possible. Now, once you have that, you optimize that template with short codes and add city and state and or neighborhoods if you're going to do this for a single website, etc. And that is how you will gain at least 75 to 80% of your rankings just from that template alone.
I practice this myself. Once you have a content that ranks in a particular city, you can totally type in another city for another client using the same format and content and making it like locally specific. The last video is Tangential SEO by Andy Chadwick. Let's check this one out.
establishing a buyer persona and creating those mind map of ideas. So don't go to the keyword research tools first, just mind map it out. In addition to regular keyword research methods, that was where we just started, clicking on the Ahrefs toolbar and downloading the keywords. Still take them, definitely. But in addition to that, become more imaginative of where you get your keyword ideas from and unearth ideas your competitors definitely won't. Go to Reddit, go to Quora. If it's some weird niche, you'll find other things. That there was another way I did it one recently. I can't remember what the niche was for. It was something like we had to specifically target financial advisors doing this. Basically, I went to LinkedIn and started looking at the sort of posts financial advisors were sharing and the sort of questions they were asking on LinkedIn, other financial advisors. That was my source of content there. So there's always a forum or a medium somewhere, depending on the niche. Reddit and Quora are actually decent for a lot of, especially B2C brands. But when it starts coming to B2B, it does get more difficult, granted, but there will always be somewhere you can go to get that information. And then once you've got those keywords, use it to increase your bottom line by building brand awareness, build trust, and finding new product ideas, which was a big one.
As much as I've been on LinkedIn, I haven't thought of using LinkedIn to find new keywords, especially in the B2B. That's a great place. That's a little nugget right there. And if you want to know more about keyword clusters, be sure to check out Andy's episode a few weeks back. This brings me to my favorite part of the show. Please ask questions on the topic or anything really, because I can talk about enterprise SEO, podcasting, live streaming. But before we get started, let's get a word from our sponsor. Ever wondered how to get your brand noticed? I found the answer with Magic PR. Thanks to Magic PR, my brand now reaches over 300 plus premium news and media outlets. I've seen my news on AP, Bloomberg, Yahoo News, and many more. And it's not just about visibility. With Magic PR's unique SEO process, I've noticed incredible boost in traffic to my site and improved local and organic rankings. From crafting the perfect press release to building a powerful SEO campaign, Magic PR is always there for me. Want to experience the magic of PR? Try Magic PR just like I did. Watch your business reach new heights. Dre has been creating websites since 1997. He began his SEO career 17 years ago and focused on enterprise SEO over the past decade. He's ranked #1 for competitive keywords like streetwear, San Francisco parties, and thousands more. He's been featured on SEO in 2022 and 2023 books by Majestic. He's won Best International SEO from Brian H. He is a speaker and been featured on multiple shows and podcasts, including Search Engine Journal, Edge of the Web, Wix, and more. Please welcome Padre de Vera. Hey, what's up, everyone? Again, I am taking over this week's episode, and I will be talking about content repurposing, some hacks that you guys can do, especially on how I actually created the SEO Knowledge Bomb podcast. This podcast was something I've actually came out of the Digital Unfiltered conference that I recently attended. Holly Starks had a great presentation on AI podcasts and how to promote them. I can't share some of the things she shared on how to get thousands and thousands of downloads, but I can share at least how I actually created the process I've been using to kind of create the SEO Knowledge Bomb podcast. And if you haven't checked it out, check out SEO.video/podcast. SEO.video/podcast. Okay, let's get started here. Why should you start an SEO? Why should you start a podcast anyways? I feel like when you have a podcast, you have another medium that you can get ranked. Especially podcasts have huge authority, right? You can actually add backlinks to the descriptions. A lot of these podcasts that I currently have created so far are ranking really well for the names of my guests. So these are ranked you can see their episodes on Apple, Spotify, Player FM. And I want to show you and share with you, let me go ahead and kind of show you my screen here. Let me go into right here. So if we take a look, I use something called Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout is something that I feel that you guys, if you're going to start a podcast, is a great resource that you guys can use. It's something that you should it actually, syndicates your podcast and then just uploading it to one place, right? So you can see where the directories that's actually syndicated to. So I'm actually just uploading just to Buzzsprout. I can get on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Podcast Index, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Alexa, Podcast Addict, and so much more here in Player FM as well. And again, so when you actually do this, you are able to create backlinks, diversifying your content. You're able to create social signals for yourself and really, really create that brand authority. When I say create that brand authority, check this out. So if I search SEO Knowledge Bomb podcast, it popped out a knowledge panel. Actually, I didn't notice this until today, because when I was putting together this presentation or this quick talk about AI podcast, it popped out a knowledge panel. And so that's pretty cool. And if you take a look, you can see that it's pulling in the Apple Podcasts and the Buzzsprout the repository. And these here are videos, but check this out. These are actually from Player FM. So again, you get a video carousel pop out. So I believe they're uploading videos. So that's a great way to, again, own more real estate on Google. And so the process of what I'm doing here, as you can see, like so far, I've been like the past 30 days, I've gotten over 18,000 downloads, and it's a great thing. And so a lot of people that have SEO shows on YouTube generally just kind of upload, the exact same thing on, let's say, on a podcast, which I feel is, a little bit, I guess you can do that. But I mean, for me, like the SEO video show is meant for YouTube. As you can see, it's very visual. You can see all like the effects and all the knowledge bombs that I drop. So this is something that you should, it's meant for YouTube. And if that was on, like, for audio only, it would maybe be a little weird, right? So what I decided to do was I created an SEO podcast, the SEO Knowledge Bomb podcast based on the episodes of the SEO Video Show. It's basically recaps. I put 5-minute recaps of the SEO Video Show. Now, this would take forever if I was to kind of do this by hand. So I have the help of AI doing this. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what I do to create these value-driven knowledge bomb podcasts, and it's all original content. It's the AI is not writing like new things or generating things, because I'm actually uploading and showing, telling the AI what to grab it from and just kind of extract the knowledge bombs. So let's go ahead and pull this. Let me pull this up for you. Let's take a look at one of these episodes. I've done a bunch of these already, so I'm going to go ahead and pull in an episode that I have not done yet. Let's do Kyle Roofs. So if we go to Kyle Roof, what you want to do is grab the transcript, the show transcript. And the way you do that, of course, is by clicking here on More, and then going to Transcript, and then grab the transcript of, I want to grab it just where I actually start talking to him, because, during the show, I've actually talked about, the latest videos. I want this to be all about Kyle. So I believe that's around the 17 here. Let's see. Coming down right here. So this is where I introduced him. And this is where I say, Kyle, my man. So I want to grab everything from there. Grab that whole script from there. Open up a notepad. Paste it. And then you want to name this podcast Kyle. Let me see, Kyle. All right. The AI that I use is Claude. Claude is something I found really, really helpful, because you can upload files here. It doesn't matter how long your file is. Like, you can get some restrictions on I'm drawing a blank on the chat GPT. So what I do is I create that little text file. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in there, TEDs. And then, so now the whole transcript is in there. And then my prompt is something, on these lines where I go, I need a readable, at least 1,200 words script and under 5,000 characters for a knowledge bomb podcast. I want it to be at least 4 to 5 minutes read time. The content of the script needs to include all the key takeaways in my interview with Kyle Roof. It needs to be in the first person with a conversational tone. So check this out. While that's running, I'm going to go ahead and let that run in the background. You can see it thinking here, but I want to go ahead and share how, okay, actually, we'll go ahead and actually wait for this, because what we'll do next, I will actually show you, copy and paste it into something called 11 Labs. 11 Labs is a AI voice tool. For me, there's two. If you go to Voice Lab, you can see there's two Paul Andres here. One was that I tried the free version, and with the free version, it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was really, really good. And you have to upload like at least 10 minutes of your voice talking, nice, clear voice talking. And so I uploaded my voice there. And since I needed more, like more space on here to do more clones, I ended up upgrading to their next tier, which actually they have a fine-tuned version, which is actually awesome. So I'm going to share actually both versions with you. Let me go ahead and pull one up here. And let's say, so the very first one, let's check one of my first ones here. So like we have one from, let me see, let me remove this here. So this one was done with the free version, the voice of my free version. So check this one out. Welcome to the SEO Video Show Knowledge Bomb Podcast, featuring your host, Paul Andre de Vera. Getting to know Andy Chadwick, founder of KeywordInsights.ai. I recently had the pleasure of interviewing Andy Chadwick on the SEO Video Show. He is a digital marketing consultant who has specialized in SEO since 2013. Andy has a fascinating background, having accidentally stumbled into SEO while trying to improve a friend's roller shutter website. This serendipitous turn led to tremendous growth for that. All right, so that was the free version, right? So that was how the quality of the kind of the free version sounded like. But check this one out. This is the one where the paid version, where they actually fine-tune my voice, and actually it adds more emotion, I feel, on this one. Check this one out. Welcome to the SEO Video Show Knowledge Bomb Podcast, featuring your host, Paul Andre de Vera. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the SEO Knowledge Bomb Podcast. In this episode, I had the privilege of speaking with renowned SEO expert Josh Baczynski. Josh has over 20 years of experience in SEO and digital marketing. He's considered an industry leader and insider secrets guru when it comes to understanding and manipulating Google's search algorithms. In our conversation, Josh dropped some. Now, this takes like less than 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes just to create these episodes, which I'm going to go ahead and do all the episodes, past episodes. And what I'm doing is it's actually grabbing the information of, just 5-minute recaps. So how does that sound, guys? I mean, that sounds like pretty like me, doesn't it? I mean, even the first one, I know, but the first one needed a little more tweaking, but I feel like the second one was just on point. I mean, it even sounds more clear than I do in real life. I would listen to it, it's like, man, I need to speak more clear just like that. But hey, that's something you guys should check it out. So check this out. So what I do is once this is done, let me go ahead and pull the screen back up. So once this is all written out here, you have this. Now we have this whole 1,200 word script that was written by the AI that's pulled all the information from that transcript and wrote it like in a nice way that sounds great for a podcast. So once you do that, you copy that, and I want to go ahead and come in here, choose my expert voice, and then all you do is just make sure that you put in any. Welcome back to another. Yeah, okay, so, and then we're done. So once this generates, I end up going to, it'll start playing here later on once it gets going, but I'm not sure if you can hear that. But if you heard that, that's how it sounds like. They'll let you kind of play it. So I only got a few episodes that I can do here left from what I can use here, but So that kind of like sums up like if you have any questions on this, please let me know in the live chat. I mean, I would love to like these so many great ways to kind of use this AI podcast. Adrian, my man, welcome to the show. All right. So there was no sound on that one, but I mean, if you guys can check out those episodes on the SEO.video/podcast is the quickest way to get there. Hopefully you guys were able to hear my version where it was free version and then the professional version from the upgrade. So hopefully that I was able to kind of play those things. But that's something that you guys should do. Like there's so many use cases for this. I know Randy Rohde mentioned on his podcast, like what he's doing with AI podcasts is that he's all the press releases that he's actually writing for clients. He's actually creating a podcast for like a press release syndication podcast and then using AI to read it out. I mean, again, it's a great way to get backlinks because you can add the backlinks into the show notes here. So if you go to the show notes, here, I actually add everything, you know, like my whole contact us, follow us, and then like I've started getting a lot more backlinks to my personal websites for consulting, and then you know getting backlinks back to the actual video so that people can watch the full video and you know boosting that up. I mean, this is and then again when you show the transcripts, you can actually see transcripts here as well. Let me see if you. Oh man, I'm not even sharing my screen. Hold on. All right, so yeah, so like I said, here you can like kind of write in the descriptions. You can put whatever you want, anything you're promoting, and you know I want to. You can see here all that great stuff that you have. I put backlinks to my own site, and these are all showing up. I could see it coming in from Player FM and all these other podcasts like directories. I can actually see it through like my SEMrush backlinks analysis, and then again, see you have all the transcripts here. So again, this is these episodes that I have created for these SEOs have been ranking on page 1 for their name, like ranking for the page 1 of these ones. So we have Adrian actually like the free one better than the paid one. Oh man, is the free, maybe the free one is just more like me. Maybe it was like the paid version just kind of like really made it so crisp. But I feel like if you listen to more, Adrian, if you listen to more episodes of the free version, they have some. I think there's some tweaking and also like some of the pronunciation of certain things, and it has like the emotion is like sometimes not there. But hey, I mean that's good to hear. So like for those that are like want to try it out, I mean the free version can work just fine for you for your needs. I mean I just took advantage of the paid version because again I had to upgrade my account because as you can see I have hundreds of episodes I'm going to convert into podcasts, and again so there's so many use cases. I mean if you guys have writing your own blogs and you want to turn those into a podcast, maybe you wrote blogs for other companies and you don't just have the time to record it. Hey, I mean just that's less than 5 minutes. You can pump out a 5 to 10 minute podcast episode. So this is something that you should definitely try. And again, it's something where you can really get some high quality backlinks. I know there's been some courses on people on how they used podcasts to generate backlinks, and that's how you do it. Basically, you just create a podcast, use Buzzsprout.com to syndicate to all these podcast directories, and then throw in your backlinks in the show descriptions, and they show up. I mean, these are some high quality backlinks, and that's pretty much the secret right there. I mean, I see a lot of people doing it already, and kind of playing off on each other. So I don't care to give away. There's no real big secret there. But yeah, that's why they're doing it. So use Buzzsprout and generate backlinks on the show description notes, and then you can also add the transcripts, all for great ranking. So that's some great ways. Yeah. So Adrian, you'll test this yourself. Yeah, both versions. Yeah, this is something I felt was a great takeaway from a Digital Unfiltered conference that I went to. Holly actually has a podcast where she actually clones other SEOs' voice, like let's say Chris Palmer's and Ted Kabaitis's, and she has them with a script she wrote like talking to each other. Like I guess like going back and forth, arguing with each other. No, this is right. This is right. So it's kind of like one of those things where she's creating a whole podcast on just on different SEOs arguing with each other from what I remember. I don't know if she published it yet, but she kind of shared that on at the conference. And she also shared how to get like a ton of downloads and stuff like that. But that's something I feel like, I can't really share here. I mean, that's her trade secrets. And she has courses on that. I believe she charges like hundreds of dollars for that, but she actually gave it away for free at the conference. I mean, not necessarily for free, but she kind of shared the secret at the conference, which is why I feel like you guys should join conferences. I mean, I will be at the Brighton SEO conference coming up next month, or within a couple weeks really. I'll be shooting an SEO video, SEO on the street episode there, so be sure to say hi. And I'll be kind of like working, recording some video and do some summaries of the speakers itself. And there's another one coming up, SEO Spring Training, which is a great one in April. So that's something. It's like actually like a 5 days conference. So it's a lot of activities going on there. So you guys, hey, the crowd is quiet. I want you guys to see some questions out there. Anything you could ask me about enterprise SEO, whether it's podcasting again, but hopefully that if you want me to show you how I did certain things with this podcast. But Dave, my man, welcome. So you've actually you did hear the free and pro version, so that's great. That's great to hear. So again, if you guys have any questions, I mean, I'm going to cut this short. I know my guest canceled today, but hopefully you guys got some quick value from that and was able to, see how the process of why you do that. Again, it's great. Why you start a podcast is great for your brand. It's great for, building that authority with Google. Again, I just noticed today, it popped out a knowledge panel just for this Knowledge Bomb podcast. When I searched for SEO Knowledge Bomb podcast, it popped out a knowledge panel here. So that's actually kind of really, really cool to see. And so let's see here. We got a question from Matt, my man. Podcasts, do you build tier 2 links or they're good on their own? I feel that they're good on their own, but my secrets. I love using Colinkery. A Colinkery is a crawler. And I use a late link indexer to get my links index. I do that for any new content I run out there. I try to make sure I build, have the crawlers run it, So Colinkery, I use Colinkery for these podcast links. I have not yet tried tier 2 links. I mean, maybe it'll do something, but I'm already seeing some great rankings for at least the guest names, because I mean, I guess in the podcast, I don't know what else I could really rank for with the SEO Knowledge Bomb podcast. That's not as competitive, but yeah. So I've never really thought about it, but these podcast links I feel would be good tier 1 links to your money sites and your pages. They're really high authority, so be sure to try to again take advantage of that show notes portion where you can actually add clickable links. So those are some good stuff. Any more questions out there? Let's see what else we can talk about here. So I want to make sure next week. Oh, so speaking of Knowledge Panel, next week I will be interviewing DC Glenn, the Brain Supreme, DC, the Brain Supreme from Tag Team. That song, Whoop, there it is. He's actually been doing a lot of SEO now for booking gigs and for his performances and his entertainment company. And so it'll be great to have him. He was actually scheduled to come on today, but I pushed it out to next week, early next week, because I'm going to have 2 episodes next week. But he will be on next week talking about, SEO for artists and how you can build your knowledge panel. Because I believe, like, if you search Tag Team back in the day, prior to him doing SEO, when you search Tag Team, it was all like wrestling stuff. And like the Tag Team, the group was nowhere to be found. So he was able to pop out a knowledge panel for them. And it's one of the things, we're talking about is about IMDb. As you notice here, this is actually another thing. I actually met DC at the Digital Unfiltered conference, and he told me to create a IMDb. And he mentioned it for the SEO Video Show, but he said there's actually a podcast. You can actually submit podcasts on the IMDb, which is great way to build your entity. So I uploaded, all the podcasts here and created this page here for the SEO Knowledge Bomb podcast, and the SEO Video Show. So IMDb, we'll be talking about more about that next week with DC Glenn. He, again, is great at entertainment SEO and for artists and building a fan base, booking more gigs. And that was something that, we'll try to make sure we get going. All right. I know this episode is pretty short, but I did drop some cool nuggets in this one. Hopefully you found it helpful. And I didn't see any of the questions there in the live chat. So I'm going to go ahead and call this one a day. All right, guys. Have a great day, great weekend, and I will see you next week. Peace out.
Thank you for watching. Hope you come back next week. Make sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss a thing. Hope you learn something new, because the vibe is incredible. From the special SEO professionals, SEO Video Show. Let's work. Want to see you be an SEO expert. Paul Andre de Vera helping you step it up. No delay right now. Time to level up. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Woo!